Hello everyone! You're watching a new video about adult learning and education created by the Ukrainian Adult Education Association and supported by DBV International in Ukraine. My name is Victoria and today I will talk with a representative of AIVD, Association of Adult Education Institutions in the Slovak Republic, Marta Єндекова. Hello Marta, I'm happy to talk to you today.
Hello, Victoria. Thank you for having me. I am happy to convey some greetings from the Slovak organizations that deal with adult learning and that are associated in the association, as you said, of the adult learning institutions.
Thank you. First of all, could you introduce yourself in more detail and say a few words about your association and the NGO you're a member of, and maybe your roles in those organizations?
Yeah, sure. I will try to be brief because there is usually a lot of things that I would like to say about my organization and also the umbrella organization. So I have been for more than 25 years working for an NGO called Academia Istropolitana Nova. We have been always teaching adults or young adults, and our main topics are cultural heritage, European affairs, and also some community activities, including the languages. And I believe that last maybe 15 years, we have been a member of AIVD. And then also I became a member of the executive committee of AIVD. AIVD has been around for 30 years now, so it is an old organization. But in the last years, it has been growing strongly. We have been having more and more members. Today, we have more than 120 organizations that are members. They are very varied. They range from NGOs to private organizations and private adult education providers. And they are doing all different possible activities that you can think of. And so the association is trying to support its members and also to promote adult learning. And maybe the signature event for AIVD is the Lifelong Learning Week that normally happens in October. Also this year, the third week of October will be devoted to promotion of adult learning and the quality of adult learning, which has been our topic recently.
It's a great practice. We had a conversation with the representatives of Wales, and they also have very similar activities to promote adult education. So, I mean, the Adult Learners Week, that's a very, very good activity to promote it.
Yeah. And I believe that for us today, the situation is very interesting and challenging, as I know that you asked me before that how could we characterize the situation with AIL in one word, and I was wondering that, okay, the word might be the move and change, because a new law on adult education was introduced in Slovakia after a long time of preparations. We have been waiting for this new law for a number of years. And so it is now valid from the 1st of January 2025. So it's very new and it's being implemented. But that's why we can say that everything is in the move, which means that we are going to establish several registers related to the organization of the system. So we are going to have primarily the register of certified institutions. So those institutions that take good care of the quality of services and they have got a system. If they do, and they can show it, they will be entered into the register of certified institutions. When they do that, they can apply for accreditation of the training programs. So there will be another register of the training programs that are accredited. And a number of related registers of the guarantors of authorized institutions and authorized persons. So there are a lot of new names and a lot of new things that we, the providers, have to learn and understand how it is going to work. And of course, we need also some instructions from governmental institutions how they are going to do this. Because the main motive, let's say, to be certified also is that once an organization is certified, it can receive public funding for its work, for its programs. Learners can get more information about the whole system. And that's for this reason, there is a new information system established that will have all this information about the providers and also about the individual programs. And exactly also about the qualifications that you can receive when you graduate from this or that program. So this is the whole point also of the system, that it establishes more possibilities for people to obtain professional qualification. So not only from the school and the formal education, but also through participation in different training programs that you take after you finished the school education. So there will be also the whole list of different qualifications that one can obtain through this system. It should be more flexible. It should be possible then for the people to start a training program that they did not do at the school, but now they see that such profession is necessary and is missing on the labor market, so they can take a course which is much shorter, of course, than the normal school program, and they can have this new qualification sort of approved by a system of new bodies. Yeah, that's the bottom line of the system that is brought by the new strategy and the new law, and that is going to be supported by government through public funding. Of course, there is the whole range of activities and programs that are supporting people's interests or their personal development through different soft skills, etc. Of course, there is this danger, and we feel it, that a lot of attention from the side of the government is paid to the development of professional skills. So, yeah, all the skills really necessary for the labor market. And there is less attention to transfer skills and competencies that are necessary for just general lifelong learning. And we will try to make sure that there is also some funding and some support for all these transversal skills, which are very, very important for the people to be able to fulfill their roles of active citizens in the society and be able to, participate in all civic activities, also through different digital tools, etc.
Okay.
So that's one important part of also our association's work, to make sure that there is balance between the professional skills and transversal skills. the new system brings also the very new elements like individual learning accounts and micro-credentials. And these are sort of new words, and it is important to explain what they are, how beneficial they can be, and that's something that we are trying to do. And also hoping that individual learning accounts will bring money to the people who otherwise cannot participate in learning because they feel finances as the barrier.
Mhm.
And hopefully with this financial tool and with more information about it, we will be able to increase the rate of participation of adults in learning, which has been quite low in the past. And it's one of the targets also of the European Union and also of the Slovak institutions, that we want to invite more people to learning activities. I think here there are like two sides of what you described. One is that, okay, there will be these individual learning accounts. So it's like the virtual money that you can use for basically in ideal situation for any training you wish. So either you want to learn how to sew or to do really a professional training. So it should be on your individual choice. It assumes that there will be enough money in the system so that every citizen would have some funds at their disposal to use it for training. And the other side of that is that after you maybe use this money or other funds and you complete different types of training, then of course you can build your portfolio with all the certificates that you have done, with all your experience. And at some stage you might want to have your portfolio assessed and show that you have done enough of training and you have collected enough experience to have a certain professional qualification certified, let's say. For example, a project specialist might, this is one of the qualifications that belong to those which are insufficiently represented at the labor market. And so I believe that in the future it will be possible to say that, okay, I have done this training and I have 5 years or so many years experience in working on projects, and I would like to apply for a position of a project specialist somewhere for an employer, and I want to prove that I have all this knowledge and all this experience, so I would like to have it certified. In that case, you will apply for it. There will be an examination committee that will look into your portfolio. Maybe you will need to make a test, but in the end, you will get a certificate saying that, yes, you are a project manager or project specialist. That's your qualification because you have collected enough of experience and training for that position, and you fulfill the qualification standard for that. I remember that some years ago, the most important target group for different learning activities was the unemployed, because there was some unemployment, higher unemployment, and it was necessary to make sure that the people have right skills so that they can start working. today the situation is a bit different. We are facing the mismatches of the skills that are needed and the skills of the people. So today we are trying to address the different missing skills. And there is a special group on the market that is probably that could work, but they really don't possess sufficient skills. They are low qualified and they need the basic skills. So today, maybe an important group or important topic is the people who need basic skills. And we are now going to work a lot with these people to make sure that they can enter the labor market and they have sufficient basic skills. So this is from the point of view of the governmental policy, an interesting target group. But of course, our members and all the different organizations, they are trying to talk to the wide range of audiences, starting with the young adults who are often leaving the school without the right skills
And
because the
experience.
school system is a bit behind. And then we have the seniors, again, who are a special group. We are trying to keep them in the labor market as long as possible. So trying to help them with the new skills they need to acquire. So those are also important target groups for our members and our organizations.
Okay.
Well, I think what is a bit sad, but I hope that we will work with that, is that the education is not mentioned but by everybody or most of the people as really an important value. So we find that many people do not have the motivation to go and learn new things. And we would like to change this. And we would like to make sure that the people understand that learning throughout the whole life is very important, and that learning can bring a lot of benefits also to your health, to your social life, because you are meeting people through learning activities. And simply it can be really a joy to learn something new. So I am not sure if this is peculiarity, but it's something that needs and deserves attention to make really people understand how beneficial it is to learn and how beneficial it is to learn together with the others, that it has many social functions, all of these learning activities. So we hope that we will, in some years, be able to report that the culture of lifelong learning has changed a little bit to the better, that more people want to learn and they have a bigger motivation to learn. What I found recently as an interesting experience for the people, for the adult also, is the volunteering. So, of course, we have different company volunteering activities where the company, through its social responsibility, sends the employees to help here and there. But also there are all these opportunities to go to a working camp, let's say, somewhere abroad, and to be there and for 2 weeks to help reconstruct a monastery or I don't know, castle, and do it together with other adults from other countries, and it's like the Erasmus mobility stays for students. And I think this can be a very nice way, which is not often used by the people, by the adults. And so that's something I find quite useful and maybe not usual. Okay, maybe I will do it through the eyes of my organization, so my NGO, because what happens now in the whole sector of adult learning, of course, it brings different opportunities, but also new obligations for the individual providers of learning, such as our organization. We have always had some system of analyzing the needs and collecting the feedback from the learners and working with that. But we, for example, did not have it written in some form. We did not feel that need because we did not have so many of different activities. But now, because we want to be certified as an institution, we need to go through a process that will help us establish our quality assurance system. So we need to do a self-evaluation of the organization. We need to set up a plan of improving the quality system. So we will have to do a few steps that will show that we care about the quality assurance and that we have got it systematized, let's say, and we have got it well established. This also relates to the lecturers, that all of the lecturers of accredited programs need to be certified lecturers. So they need to have some qualification as people, trainers who deal with the adults. Because of course, every group has its own specificities, and to teach adults, that's also something special and specific. So all of these obligations, let's say, are in front of us, and we are going to work on that during this year, which is a sort of transitional year between the law entering into force and having the full effect from the next year. So that next year there is the register of certified institutions and also the register of accredited programs, which are fulfilling certain standards. Of course, there was the system of accreditation in the past, and the new system is not so different, but still now the requirement of the law is that we do these things again with the new set of standards. And so it is a busy period for us as the providers of learning, and also the busy period for the institutions that are overseeing the quality and the certification, because they also have to set up the processes to do this, so that really next year we have this register of certified institutions and the register of accredited programs, and all of the information system working for the needs of providers and for the needs of the learners. So it is a challenging
A lot of work.
period, I must say.
Yeah, I wish you good luck, and may all those processes finish faster and smoothly as it's possible.
Thank you very much. We will need all of that.
Thank you so much for your time. This video was created by the Ukrainian Adult Education Association with the support of DBV International in Ukraine and with the financial support of the German Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.